Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Forest Job. You find us in rare good form as we have won our last two matches. We'll take you to the highlights of those matches in just a second, but before we do, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell if you want to know when new episodes are going to be uploaded. And of course, it would help massively if you would click on the like button if you enjoy the video. The algorithm must be fed, and I am in the business of doing its dinners. So let's get into the highlights from the last two matches in the league that took place against West Ham United and a team who I cannot remember right now. I'll see you back here in a minute. So there we are, a convincing win in the end over West Ham United, and before that, a rather fortunate 1-0 victory against Brentford. Today we'll be taking on Aston Villa at the City Ground in the Premier League. But before we get into that, I just want to bring up the fact that we have changed tactics once again. And actually, we can do that by going into the team screen and getting ready for the match. You can see there that the personnel have not changed. We have exactly the same personnel listed and lining up for us. But when we go into the game plan, you will see the familiar sight of a 4-4-2. That's right, we have gone back to basics and it worked wonders for us against West Ham, especially later in the game when we switched to a counter-attacking philosophy. We're getting so many more passes in on goal for the two centre forwards, our wide midfielders, Wilson and Hlošek, able to play through balls that split the left and right back and their centre back partners in half. They're beautiful to see. You saw the evidence of that in the West Ham match. Hopefully, we can give you a decent display of football today as we get into this. Now, Hlošek is not looking too clever at the moment, so I'm going to switch him with Wilson. You may be wondering why I was playing Wilson on the left. It's because he's left-footed, Hlošek is right-footed. It kind of made sense to me that we play a left footer on the left and a right footer on the right. But actually, do you know what? It probably doesn't matter if we're not really crossing the ball in, so it shouldn't be too. It shouldn't make too much of a difference for us, really. We'll play Victor Malejo ahead of Hlošek on the left-hand side there. And what else can we do? I think Hlošek, we might actually not even see him on the bench today. We'll bring Tevez in for him. Worrell not looking too clever, but I'm going to leave him on because he is the captain and he deserves my patience. Hernandez in bad form, but that's okay. We'll start with him, and then if we need to, Cosgrove or Nketiah, or perhaps both, could come on up front to take on the load. That's going to be our starting 11 for today then, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can give a really good account of ourselves. Just make sure that there's no potential kit clashes, and off we go. Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest, a high-flying Nottingham Forest. I believe at the moment we sit in third position in the Premier League. It's nosebleed time, ladies and gents. Hopefully, by the end of this season, we will have guaranteed ourselves some form of European football. It was a lovely little adventure that we had in Europe last time out, getting all the way to the semi-finals before the heartbreak of losing out to Borussia Dortmund. I'm hoping to go one better this time. Either win the Europa League and get ourselves entrance into the Champions League that way, or hold on to a top four place in the Premier League and go straight into the competition with the big boys. Right, here we go then. We're kicking off. At the moment, we are playing a possession strategy. So players won't necessarily, as you can see there from Camavinga, they won't break forward straight away. Instead, they will look to take up a position where they can take possession of the ball. Good run there from Malejo. Oh, it's well intercepted though. Got away with it. We have the ball back. Busquets fancied a hit from there. Didn't really work out for him. Good pressure, forcing them into just clearing the ball any old way, and it's actually worked out very nicely for Aston Villa. And Matty Cash has found Bertrand Traore down this right-hand side. Yuri Ribeiro just about managing to force the ball out of play, and it will be a throw-in to Nottingham Forest. We've changed our defensive strategy as well. We're now falling back, although we are still aggressively pressing the ball when we have occasion to do so. Let's play down this flank, see if we can open something up for ourselves. Here's Camavinga into Malejo. Arcas, run from Hernandez. It's up in the air. The goalkeeper should claim this. He doesn't actually. And somehow it's gone all the way through to Grealish, who's going to look to set Wesley off. And Wesley has done a very good job of dribbling around the defence. Bertrand Traore is holding things up to hopefully bring more teammates into it. And Milner will play one over the top. Of course, Milner, a former Forest player at this point. And that's a very good take by Wesley. And it's 1-0 to Aston Villa. Terrible defending. We really should have defended our flanks a lot better than that. And now it's going to be a very difficult way back off of the bottom to try and get ourselves back into it. And as soon as that ball was played back, I should have known they were going to lump it over the top of the fullback. It's a trick that every AI-controlled team uses. And can't take away from the finish by Wesley, though. That was absolutely spectacular predatory instinct from the Villa man. Wilson. Zafuik. Crossed into the middle. Hernandez looking for it, but can't get anywhere near. Wilson will win the loose ball. And Hernandez, inexplicably, just shields the ball rather than doing anything with it. That's disappointing, and they're going to keep it in here, Villa. No, they're not. A throw into Forest once again. We need to do better with the ball, and already I'm thinking that counter-attacking might be the way forward. Unfortunately, the formation that Villa are playing with not really benefiting us, having chosen the 4-4-2. They're out. Oh dear, Wesley picking the ball up well there. He's doing very well as a lone front man for Aston Villa. Here's Busquets. He'll play it out to Victor Mallejo. Hernandez looking to pick up the ball, but he's just held off by Konsa, and it's going to be a goal kick. And Aston Villa already being 1-0 up. They've gone to defensive already, although they will look to try and pick us out. It's Wesley again into Barkley. He's got a good shot on him, and he didn't quite show us it that time, flashing it just wide of the left-hand post. We've been poor in this game so far, and it always seems to be on commentary. It's very annoying. I can play well off camera, but as soon as you put me in a recording situation, I cannot talk and play. Something of an issue for me. But there we go. Maybe I'll have to just shut the fuck up and play the game instead. Right, here we go. So Zafuik has the ball, and he's going to play a raking, searching ball out to Ribeiro on the other side, and he finds his man. Mallejo now into the middle for Camavinga. Zafuik. Camavinga again. Finds Busquets. And the deflection takes it out of the path of Fernandez, who was in a good position for the header. And it's a corner kick instead, which we're going to fire into the 6-yard box. See if we can... No, we're not going to fire into the 6-yard box, apparently. Wilson should pick this up. Finds Zafuik. That's poor. Ribeiro looks for the cross, can't get it. It's a poor cross. We've just been poor all over the place. Oh, what is Salisu doing there? He was running, and then suddenly he just decided, actually, no, I don't want it that much. Pulled himself out of position, and then didn't commit. Again, the AI is really starting to piss me off here. And I would say the same if I was winning. Matty Cash gets a good bounce of the ball. It's Barkley. And that's a foul. And this defensive system is not working for me. So I'm going to change back to frontline pressure, aggressive. And we're going to actually tell them to focus players into the centre, since we are playing a narrower defence. Just let him have it. Why not let him have it? Goodness gracious me. If we give them too many more of those, they're going to find the top corner with one. Camavinga to Wilson. Back to Camavinga. Wilson finds Zafuik on the wing here. Through ball looking for Arcas. Doesn't find his man. Now Grealish. Takes 2 men to dispossess him. But dispossess him they do. Oh, it was Ribeiro running away from the ball again. Nice bit of play, but the final pass just not quite making it, being cut out. And we end the first half 1-0 to Aston Villa. It's been an anemic first half of football as far as Forest are concerned. I really wish I'd brought you the West Ham game now. But we're going to have to make changes in the second half. And the first of those changes is going to be changing to a conventional 2-striker setup. Everything else the same. Hopefully the impetus will be to get the ball forward a little bit quicker with 2 strikers on the end of it. Vallejo doing a pretty good job of harassing the Villa players. But the free kick is given away anyway, never mind. This is what this channel is going to be now. It's going to be highlights of games that I won and then commentary over a game that I lose because I can't concentrate properly. Look at that. That's absolutely terrible. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, Traore's in behind here. And Wesley... I'm surprised Wesley didn't finish that, to be honest. It was a good opportunity for him, and he's turned his nose up at it. Camavinga with space to run into. Back out to Zafouk. Vallejo strikes from distance, can't get anything on it. Here's Hernandez. Oh, why didn't you take another touch? Panicking now because we've had so few chances. I'm snatching at the ones that we do manage to make for ourselves. Wesley's a big old unit up front. He wins the ball in the air far too easily when he's playing against a small wing back such as Ribeiro. Right, here's Camavinga. Wilson sees the run of Nketiah but can't find him with a pass. Zafouk has it instead. He's going to look to launch one in here. He'll get the ball back. Camavinga. Busquets. Nketiah. Oh, he's put it wide. Still hasn't scored for his new club, Eddie Nketiah. He's laid on a few goals for his teammates. But this one, just finding the wrong side of the post. It'll happen for him eventually, I'm sure of it. Here's Vallejo. Oh, he loses the ball far too easily to Milner. Should never have sold him to Villa. Worrell. Wilson. Camavinga. Busquets. Vallejo. Has he got any support? Eventually, yes. Can't do anything with it. Here's Camavinga. Over the top for Zafouk. Can he get across into the box? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is not going the way I had hoped it might. When did Camavinga get a yellow card? I must have missed that. Punched out by the keeper. Barkley chests it down. Plays it to Douglas Luiz. Willems, who I'm regretting selling every single time that I think of him. Here's Safuk. Long one over the top. Hernandez. Oh, that's lovely for Hernandez. Oh, for goodness sake. I go to tackle it and it decides I want to pass the ball. Honest to goodness. Well, at least it came off of one of their players. So Camavinga, cross into the box. Managed to keep it in. Here's Camavinga. Out to Safuk. Wilson running on the inside, can't get to it. Forces the defender to put it out of play for a throw-in, though. Camavinga. Ribeiro. Safuk. There's just no getting through this defence. They've decided that that's it. They're shutting up shop for the day. Ribeiro. Oh, no, that's a poor pass, and it could have put us in trouble here. Wesley's got the legs to get away from Oriol Busquets, I think. Worrell overcommits. Bertrand Traore's got plenty of pace as well. If he can find an accurate cross, and we know he can. Oh, we've managed to get the ball back. There's hardly any time left. All we can do is run it as high up the pitch as we can, as quick as we can, and hope that something comes of it. Here's Nketiah, out to Wilson, back inside to Nketiah. Oh dear. And I think that's going to be it. Yep, it is indeed. Another disappointing performance by the boys today. An even worse performance by me. I just cannot play and talk at this difficulty level at the moment, it seems. Never mind. 1-0 to Aston Villa thanks to an excellent finish by Wesley, which we'll no doubt see as the first highlight. We do indeed. Bertrand Traore with a fantastic ball in. It was all set up by Milner. Cross into the box, and look at that for a finish. He's brave as well. He knew he was going to get clattered by the goalkeeper, but he didn't care. His eyes lit up at the sniff of goal, and in it went. Look at him. He gets absolutely battered by the goalkeeper. There we go. Can't complain about the finish, but I can complain about my performance. We played much better in the second half, but I think the 4-4-2 is still a work in progress, ladies and gentlemen. We played much better against West Ham, as you could tell from the highlights. But I don't know. We've got to do something. We have to do something. The free up front just isn't working for us at the moment. Right, so how has that left us in the Premier League as we see that Brentford, who we beat 1-0 a couple of games ago, have absolutely mullered Fulham 4-1 at home. That's some result. We've dropped down to 5th place. We are now 6 points off of top spot, but we're only 2 points behind second, so it really is all to play for in the Premier League at the moment for Nottingham Forest. Unfortunately for us, it's just as quick down the other end. We could very easily slip after a couple more losses to 7th, and then the free fall is in. Let's have a look at the other end of the table where Brentford, Fulham and Bournemouth prop up the table. I said plop there, didn't I? I did. Oh dear. Potty humour. Aston Villa are not too far above them. That win against us has actually lifted them out of relegation. What is it with us and teams at the bottom? Appalling. Never mind. Oh well. Thanks very much for watching what has been an absolutely awful episode of The Forest Job. Hopefully you'll stick with me to see us win a game at some point during the week. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. I'll take... Oh, fucking hell, I can't even speak anymore. Bye-bye.